Hi there, we're in one of Tennessee's newest state parks, Fiery Gizzard State Park. It's been around a long time. It used to be part of South Cumberland State Park, but it's been split up and they made Savage Gulf, which I hiked last year. Never been here before, I'm really excited. And Head of the Crow State Park, which I really don't know anything about that. So we're going to be doing 13 miles end to end to end. 13 miles from Grundy Forest, where we are now, out to Foster Falls, and then back. And we'll take the low route on the way out there and the high route on the way back. I'm really excited about this. That's the Grundy Forest campground, site number 5. I think I'll explore a little bit before I set up camp. I've got plenty of time. Sad to say, I had to retire Saggy the tent. I have a new trekking pole tent, came in just before I left, so this is my first pitch. Let me show you around. It's a one-man Outdoor Vitals new Cirque tent. I like the high bathtub floor. Took me just a bit of tweaking with the stake placement to get the wrinkles out and get it tight. Wasn't bad. Has a roof vents on both sides. Really high fly line, but with that high bathtub floor, you shouldn't get any splash in or anything like that from the rain. And should be reduced condensation. And just like on Saggy, if I had to, I could pull these out. I really don't think I'm going to have to on this tent. The material shouldn't absorb water, should not sag. Even though this looks like a really high fly above the ground, when you're inside you have privacy with that high bathtub wall, but you still have really good ventilation in there too. Well, this will be my first night and it will be down to low 60s tonight. It's breezy now, so hopefully it stays that way all night. And I'll let you know in the morning what I think. I am on a slope, so not the tent's fault. But I'm more worried about ventilation, condensation, and that tent not being in my face and on my feet. Those are the 3 things I'm really checking out on this tent. We'll see you in the morning. Well, it's dinner time, but I am not hungry. It's just been a whole day in the car and eating the whole time, and so I'm not going to be able to eat. Read all the labels on my clothing, all the labels on my gear, twiddled my thumbs until my thumbs won't twiddle anymore. Really should have brought a book. I've got an hour and a half, 2 hours till dark, and nothing to do. I'll go ahead and say goodnight. I'll see you in the morning. Good night. Good morning. I slept really well last night, and thanks to the crows and the roosters, got up on time this morning. Definitely retiring Saggy. Had a slight breeze through the tent all night last night. No condensation. Wonderful tent. Of course, tonight it's going to rain all night tonight if the weather forecast is correct. So that'll be the true test. But so far I'm loving this tent. Well, today we're going to descend into Fiery Gizzard Gulch, hike along Fiery Gizzard Creek for most of the day at the bottom of the gulch, and then we'll hike up to the plateau to Ravens Point for a 270-degree view across Fiery Gizzard Gulch. It's not so easy to say that 3 times fast. And then we'll probably go another few miles and down just a little bit to Little Cove Campground. And that's where we'll spend the night tonight. You know how everything seems to be going just perfect for years. You never have this one certain problem. So you just kind of write it off as, that happens to other people. It'll never happen to me. It's happened to me. So I was cocky and didn't check my Sawyer water filter before I left home to make sure that it had a good flow. Didn't bring the coupler so I could back flush it when I was out there, because I never have a problem with the Sawyer, right? And I didn't bring any like water treatment tablets, which I do have at home. So my Sawyer's plugged. It won't even drip through it, and I can't get it to flow, and I can't back flush it just because I didn't bring the device to back flush it with. You know, my hubris. So now I'm sitting here thinking, well, I have two options. I could boil all my water for this trip and my next trip. I'm out here for 8 days, and I don't think I have that much fuel, and I don't really want to make a fire just to boil water at night. So I could boil water, or I could drink it untreated out of the stream. And there are two houses right up here at the top of the opposite bank, so that makes me a little leery, in addition to, you know, all the other people and animals that are going number 1 and number 2 in the water. So I don't know. I may start out boiling. It takes a long time. It's kind of a pain. I may just go for it. I mean, I know it takes probably 2 or 3 days if I'm going to have some digestive issues for it to start to settle in. And that'll probably get me back to the car on this trip, or close to it. I'm going to risk it. Not the first time. Boy, I sure hope I get lucky with this one. Alright, so I've been waiting at this one spot by the stream just before that little rock jut out I showed you with the people crossing it. Yeah, so I thought I'd get a shot of me walking across that, but in the past 10 minutes 42 people have gone by, and so I just gave up. And there's more coming. Thought we'd be alone out here, but it is a Saturday. Okay, so that's the last of 5 more people. And here comes 2 more. And I've only made it 30 feet. Alright, and there's more coming. I'm seriously debating whether I want to continue this hike. It's not what I came out here for. I came out here for, well, the beauty of the place first, of course, and it is beautiful. But the crowds ruin that. It's kind of hard to explain, although you probably get it. Look at this. I mean, we're walking up on this big rock shelf that we'll walk under. And you got that rock sticking out over the stream. Wow, this place is beautiful. You know, and I'm getting the smell of all kinds of colognes and perfumes, which I don't like. And I don't know. It's kind of a bummer. I've been looking forward to this place for a couple of years. Not that I'm not enjoying it, I'm just thinking I need to come back. Well, this is a Saturday, but maybe at a different time of year and a different day of the week. Man, this place is pretty though. So the thing is, you have to reserve your campsites online and pay for them. And have to do that in all the Tennessee state parks. It's really understandable. I don't mind it at all. But the problem is shifting everything around becomes a hassle. So I'm out here till, let's see, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, till Tuesday morning. And then I'm driving up to do the Virgin Falls hike for 3 days and 2 nights. Then I'm going to go see family outside of Nashville for a couple of days. So I can't like say, oh, I don't want to do the Fiery Gizzard because it's too crowded, and just go straight to Virgin Falls. Well, plus it's probably just as crowded, if not more crowded actually, because it's really close to Fall Creek Falls. It's a really short hike compared to this hike, so I imagine it's worse. Gosh, this gulch is so pretty. I don't know whether to continue on through this gulch or turn back, because I'm not that far if I turn back. I'm within a couple hours of the car, maybe 3 tops. And I could go see family for an extended stay. You know, it's kind of funny. I think out loud to the camera, probably way too much, but it helps. Helps me, you know, reason through some of these situations. And I'm sitting here thinking, I haven't drank any of that water from the creek yet, which means I haven't, if it's contaminated, haven't got that in my body yet. So a bonus would be to get out of Dodge before I drink some. And then this probably won't be a video, of course, because it's not enough of it to make it one. I'm gonna get out of Dodge. Well, this place is so pretty, and I barely touched on it. Well, I'm definitely coming back, but it's going to be in the middle of a week when the weather's not so nice. It's tough just to get through the crowds to get back. This is crazy. Okay, so since I decided to call this trip, which I totally hate doing, but it's not the first time you've actually seen it before. I'm trying to think of kind of like what I'm going to do from here. Obviously, I'm going to go from here and see family outside of Nashville. It's just a few hours away. And probably replan my week. I could go to Virgin Falls on, I think my reservation's Tuesday, Wednesday night, and then go home, or I could go home and do something in Missouri, float trip, something like that. Then I'd get to see Jackie sooner, which is always a bonus, by the way. And, you know, family, dogs, all that stuff up there. So, on the plus side, I don't have to risk drinking contaminated water. Wow, what a beautiful area. Another waterfall and kind of rippling cascade, which is nice. I don't have to worry about that because I've been sick a few times from contaminated water. It's just not fun. If you've had it, you know what I'm talking about. I've had it where it really put me in the hospital for a couple of times with dehydration from the vomiting and everything. So I don't have to go through that. See, another plus, I don't have to deal with these crowds anymore. Another plus, I figured out a better way to hike this trail. So what I'm going to do is come back and whenever it's going to be in the middle of a week, weather's not going to be as pretty, not going to be in the summer or spring break like we are right now. And so whatever it takes to knock that crowd down a little bit. And I'm going to park at the south end at Foster Falls and then take a really small pack and hike one day to the north end at Grundy, camp there, then hike back to Foster the second day. So I could do it in 2 days instead of 4 like I was doing on this trip. And if I go lighter, I could travel quicker, have, you know, more of the camera stuff. I've got to show you this view. I'm sorry, it's hard for me to keep my eyes off of it. So I'm not positive, but I think that's Blue Hole Falls. I'm actually pretty close to the car. You know, my first indication that this was going to be really crowded trail. Should have been the trailhead. You park at the back of the ball fields next to the elementary school here in Tracy City, Tennessee. I mean, you just drive through town and boom, there's the trailhead. And the pavilion it's spring break here, just loaded with school kids partying, and it was tough to find a parking spot. And so I really didn't feel this hike right from the get-go. Didn't feel like I was out in the wilderness. And last night wasn't too bad. The campground was full. I was at 6 spots, and but today it's just been just one train of people going by the whole day. Sorry, somebody coming up behind me. All right, that's probably it. If I see anything else, oh, I've got to show you the trailhead before. I'm not even going to probably make a video of this, but just in case, I think it's interesting to show you some of these things. So I can really only think of a couple of reasons why I would edit this video and post it. Because it will be pretty disappointing, I'd imagine, to most people watching it. But it does show some of the beauty of Fiery Gizzard State Park, even though I didn't cover much of it at all. And it does show that things don't always go as planned. And it's not like I'm calling this trip because I'm injured or something, you know, serious is going on, sick or something like that. It's just because I'm not feeling it. I mean, that's really what it boils down to. I didn't feel it from the start when I parked behind the schools, and it took me forever to get a parking spot for somebody to leave. I didn't feel it with all the partying in the campground last night and this morning. People decided that they had to get stoned before breakfast this morning next to me, which I don't mind. Just, I'd rather smell something different first thing in the morning, like my coffee, and then the crowds. But I think the water filter, that really probably cinched the deal for me. Yeah, but, well, I shouldn't say that. The water filter with the crowds on top of it. So, there you have it. I wussed out, but life's short. On to better things that I'll enjoy. Alright, I'm almost back to the trailhead. I can't wait to look at that parking. I was told by some people coming the other way that they had to pay to park on the school grounds. Wow. So I just thought of what I could do with the rest of my vacation that'd be productive. I'm doing the OV 100 this year, the Outdoor Vitals 100, and it's kind of a challenge hike thing where you have 3 months to train, which this is week 1, and then you have 3 months after that to either put together a series of smaller hikes to total 100 miles or do one straight 100-mile hike, which I don't know where it's going to be yet, but that's what I'm doing. So I can start training for that on this week 1. I know I have to set my baseline on how many miles per day I could do with a fully loaded pack to where I've got muscle fatigue, but not like overextending myself and not underdoing it either. So I think that's what I'm going to do. The information arrives in the mail today at home, so I'll be a few days into the week before I get started, but I have plenty of time to do that. I'm kind of thinking of where I need to do a couple of 10-mile hikes and see how I feel after that. I'm thinking Hahn, yeah, the Lewis and Clark trails. That Clark Trail I think is around 8, or I could do Lost Valley, something close to home, but still get the mileage in with a fully weighted pack. You know, I'm kind of excited about this. I like challenges. I don't like crowded challenges. We're almost there, I think. Oh yeah, we are. Okay, here we are, coming up to the trailhead. Pavilion, toilet, kiosk, trailhead. So they even have chargers here, in case you have an EV. All the handicapped but one is full. Then we have these 2 rows of parking up here. Oh, which are full except for a couple of handicap spots. And then we have the school grounds. Hang on, I'll show you. Okay, so the school grounds are way up there. You see some people, a whole bunch of people with backpacks on coming from that direction. Those lines where that car's going away, as far as I could see, those people had to pay to park. On a daily basis, you have to pay to park there. And I don't see an end to that line. Wow, that's crazy. Well, if you made it this far, I really do appreciate it. Thanks for watching. This was not the video I intended to put together, but sometimes it's good to kind of show that not everything's hunky-dory all the time. And sometimes you just want to do something different. And that's what I'm going to do. So, thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.